Hello, 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 everyone. How are you? Are you good? Thank you. Someone said my mic sounds nice. Check one, check one, check one. Okay, everyone, I am so incredibly excited. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, but I do realize that this is I2MC. So, a lot of you, this is your first time in a live AMCI class, and I just really want to welcome you. But before I do anything, I want to say hello to my team. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Mr. Sandeep. Miss Haley isn't here. Miss Dolly isn't here. But Mr. Sandeep is here. The intern team is here. I know I saw Miss Beth, Star Wars girl. Welcome back. I saw Miss Vina and of course Ms. Mills. They are in the chat and they are excited to help you. Ms. Mills, I know that we may have some new interns, so please let me know and I want to shout them out too. But getting back to business, hello, 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 I2MC students. Welcome to week one. This will be orientation. And during this session, we're going to do some stuff that's not really traditional. In fact, our week one is a standard. This is how you do this and this is how you do that, typically. However, today we're gonna have a little change up. We're gonna switch it up a bit. All right. So, Mr. Sandeep, oh, I got it. I was gonna ask him for some help, but I got it. All right. So we're gonna switch things up just a little bit. Yes, we will give you an orientation, but not to the degree that we usually do. You'll see that playback in your course. And speaking of course, by show of hands, how many of you have successfully logged into your LMS? Go ahead and just let me know. And while you're typing, I'm just going to shout you out. Hello, Nayana. Welcome. She's a new member. So is Wanda. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Sapphire, Lucky, The Rose Show. Or are you the hero show? Rocky J, Biz Masani or Masan. Sean, she's a Virgo. Carolyn Mercado, I gotcha. Linda Gates. Let's see who else. Michelle. I think I got you all. Everybody that said hello in the chat, I'm shouting you out or I'm trying to. Hi, Marjan. How are you? Or Marge on demand. I love it. Okay, okay. So let me know, have you logged in successfully into your LMS? What you're going to need to do is go to our website, www.amcicoding, and at the very front of the website, right here, I2MC login course. This will be this is where you'll see everything. Everything that you need will be in your LMS. You don't need to work off a syllabus. You don't need to go anywhere. Go here and click this red button, enroll. Then you'll see the course. And this is the only course you should be focused on. The others have prices attached to it. This one is the free one. Click on that, do whatever you need to do, and then start that course. There you go. Now, for the sake of this class today, you might want to take a peek at the syllabus. If you do, I'm going to ask my team to, in the handouts of this PowerPoint, that's the syllabus. So if you can put the syllabus in the chat for those of you that just want to follow along, but trust me, the syllabus is in your course. In fact, your course is the syllabus, but we'll talk about that later. We have a lot of other stuff to talk about. First up, I want to talk to you all about Lucene. Now, if you've been studying with us over the past few weeks, and you probably shouldn't because those were advanced classes, I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of an update. What is Lucene? And essentially, just for now, I'm not going to talk a lot about it right now because I'll be speaking about it throughout, but it is your AI powered coding coach. What is that? In a nutshell, Lucene is like having your AMCI instructor 24 hours a day. Not, we can't say that's AMCI. No, but we are working with Lucene and we are answering your questions and we are also helping to power Lucene. So we're making sure that what you're getting is accurate, but it is a personalized coding coach. And let's just hang on to that for now. And it's going to walk with you through some of your scenarios. It's incredible. And throughout this 8-week period, I'm going to be demonstrating it every single week. Also, I'm going to do it today. So stay tuned. So it's just like having us with you 24/7. Now, this is a requirement of the course. And why? Because this is your practice scenarios and it's very cost effective. And previously, excuse me, previously, one of the textbooks was required and people were purchasing it, but they weren't using it. So we said, hey, this will be a good offset. So the cost will still be low and you can get even more than you've gotten previously. So if you've already been in the I2MC course, you're going to see that we've integrated Lucene. Now, I will give you the instructions on how to purchase your Lucene subscription and as well as your promo code. It's AMCI 10. So we'll go over that later. All right. But right now, it's all about you. It's all about you, coders. What do you know about AMCI? I want to know what you know. I mean, some of you just kind of got this email and said, hey, AMCI is having this free course, this free introduction to medical coding course, and I'm just going to take it. I want to know what you know about AMCI. So I need you to get paper, pen. Get your paper and pen out, and you're going to keep your own score. You can share it if you want to or not. All right. Here we go. There are 4 simple rules. You all are solo players. The instructor, that will be me, will read each question, and then you're going to lock in whether it's A, B, C, or D, and give yourself 1 point per answer, but there are 2 bonus points. There's a bonus point question. All right? All right. Round 1, meet AMCI. This is about the name, the story, and the programs. And this is round 1 is very simple. Round 2, it gets a little more. All right. Gets a little more challenging. What does AMCI stand for? A, Absolute Medical Coding Institute. B, American Medical Coding Initiative. C, Association of Medical Coding Instructors. Or D, Advanced Medical Certification Institute. You can write it down. You can put your answers in the chat. Go ahead, put your answers in the chat if you want to. Yeah. This one you can put in the chat. The next test after this is not for the chat. That's for you. Yes. Look at those answers coming through. All right. So you all kind of get the rhythm. Now I am going to go faster because as soon as I complete reading it, you have 2 seconds to answer. All right. All right. So the answer is A, Absolute Medical Coding Institute. That's our full name. All right. Ready for number 2? That's right, Ms. Vina. Ms. Vina said home run. That's right. In what year was AMCI founded? A, 2008, B, 2011, C, 2014, or D, 2018? I'll give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. All right. The answer is C, 2014. And I do realize that we're a little delayed. So I know that you are putting those answers in the chat, but we do have a lot of stuff to cover today. Yes, 2014, it was founded with a mission to develop highly skilled, ethical medical coders. All right. What is AMCI's free introduction to medical coding course called? A, MCDC, B, I2MC, C, FACE, Fast Track course, or D, Code Start? What say you? Go ahead, put your answers in the chat. And while you all are doing that, I'm going to say hello to the new people that came in. I see Fancy. I see Kenyo. Hi, Pam. Hello, hello, hello. Did I say hi to you, Lucky? Lucky. Hello, hello, hello. And the answer is B. It's I2MC, Introduction to Medical Coding. And this is our free course, YouTube course. It's one of them. All right. How long is the I2MC course? A, 4 weeks, B, 6 weeks, C, 10 weeks, or D, 8 weeks? Go ahead, put your answers in the chat. And the answer is D. It's 8 weeks long. So prepare, everyone, prepare. Get ready to lock in and let's get it done. It's going to run for 8 weeks. We're going to introduce the foundations of I2MC, of ICD-10-CM, HCPCS Level II, CPT, and modifiers. Yeah. All right. What does MCDC stand for? What does MCDC stand for? A, Medical Coding Development Course. B, Mastering Clinical Documentation and Coding. C, Medical Coding Dual Course. Or D, Medical Claims and Diagnosis Course. Now, I really want to know if you all know what that is. I know that AMCI students, private students, know what it is, but what is it? And I don't expect anyone to really know, but you all do. OMG. Okay, Courtney, I see you. The answer is C. Hi, Andrea, sorry. Trying to remember. All right, C. MCDC stands for Medical Coding Dual Course. This is AMCI's flagship course. This is the big kahuna. You can study for 3 medical coding certifications and you have 2 years to do it. All right, so that was the simple part. Now, round 2. Now we're going to call this the AMCI way. We're going to talk about certifications, values, mission, and ethics. Ready? Okay. Which certifications will I2MC prepare you to earn? A, CPC, CCSP, and CCS. B, CMA, RHIA, and RN. C, none. It's an introductory course. Or D, CCS only. Go ahead, put your answers in the chat. Hi, Brittany. Good to see you. I see a lot of new people. Hi, Irene. I've never seen some of you. So, hi, Miss Dee Dee. Okay, April. All right, everyone. The answer is C. This course will not prepare you for any certification. More training is needed. And then after that, preparation is needed. Okay? We'll provide you the foundation here, but then you can matriculate wherever you want for, wherever else you want to go, you're ready. All right. What does FACE stand for? FACE is our tagline. This is something that we really embrace as our this is our mantra. This is AMCI's this is what we believe, our core belief. Does it stand for focused, ambitious, capable, educated, fast, accurate, compliant, effective? C, forensic, accountable, certified, excellent, or D, forensic, accurate, certified, ethical. What say you? Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah. So you're going to be hearing it a lot, but it actually means forensic, accurate, certified, ethical. And those words speak for themselves. And this is how we try to um, present ourselves. And this is the expectation of our students and ourselves. All right. All right. Which statement best expresses AMCI's mission? A, memorize as many codes as possible. B, develop world-class coders, not just exam passers. C, teach only experienced medical billers. Or D, focus only on the CPC examination. You all, you know what? You all are trying, and I love it. I love it. I love it. And I think we're learning just through this exam, right? Hi, Cottrell. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And the answer is, you guessed it, it's B. Our mission is to develop world-class medical coders, not just exam passers. So we're not just an exam prep course. All right, we're getting down to the wire. Which organization's strong ethical standards align mostly with AMCI? A, AHIMA, B, AHA, C, CMS, or D, AMA? What say you? Hi, cultured. Welcome. Yeah, and some of you may not know, but the answer is A. AHIMA has strong ethical standards, and it's very much entrenched in their um, certification. So it's a big part of their certification exams. So you got to know their code of ethics. Yeah. All right. Last question. After I2MC, where may students continue their coding education? A, only at AMCI. B, only through AHIMA. C, only through AAPC. Or D, anywhere they choose, including AMCI. What say you? Okay, you all got it. You can go anywhere, anywhere you choose, and including AMCI. A lot of people don't know that we have a course, so I have to put that out there. You can matriculate anywhere, including AMCI. All right, so just here's the bonus question. All right, AMCI and Lucene partnered to help learners do what? A, replace medical coding instructors. B, automate billing for hospitals. C, practice coding reasoning with expert reviewed AI guided support. Or D, to skip this certification process. So this is kind of like some of you might be guessing because I really didn't give you a, I didn't really tell you what Lucene is, and I think it's you know it's time that we just give you a little introduction. So let's see what you think it is. Yeah, someone said, "Hey, I don't know." Okay, it's C, practice coding reasoning with expert review, AI guided support. So this partnership combines AMCI's learner-centered instruction with Lucene's expert reviewed cases and personalized coding AI coach. So essentially, Lucene medical coding helps students move beyond memorization and build real world coding judgment through AI. Now, how is it done? Well, when you begin, you'll have a coach. You will select a coding coach, and that coach will walk through the scenario with you. So, yes, it is AI powered, but AMCI is right behind that power. When you have questions, that's us answering your questions. Of course, your question should be pertinent to the scenario, okay? But just to let you know, that is how aligned AMCI is with Lucene. Now, you don't, and I know especially as new coders, you might find that, hey, this, I might need a little help and I might need to ask questions. Oh, you better believe you can ask Lucine many, many questions. You can ask her practically anything that's pertinent to your case. So I'm very excited to give a demonstration at the end of this session, as well as each week I'll be doing small demonstrations and also solving some of our scenarios using Lucine. So I hope you'll like it as much as our interns have expressed that they love it and our students as well. So if you kept score, this is your, I guess, this is your guide. This is how you know how well you did. 0 to 3, you're a newcomer and it's okay. 4 to 6, you're an AMCI explorer and that's good. 7 to 9, you're an AMCI insider. Way to go. Or 10 to 12, you're an AMCI champion. Great job, whatever your score is. Great job. But let's go ahead and say, welcome to the I2MC course. Your journey towards world class coding starts here, and your journey to being forensic, accurate, certified, and maintaining a high level of ethics begins now. All right, someone even put their score in the chat. Way to go, Sherry. It's okay, Lucky. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right, let's begin. Let's begin. Okay, code it. You got your pen and paper? Go ahead and code it. Okay, I don't expect you to code it. I don't. But I want you to process that feeling that you just had. Look, the notary public said, what? Okay, everybody, lock in. I want you to process that feeling that you just had. What was the feeling? Process it and hold on to it. Maybe those that know a little bit about coding, because we do have some AMCI students here and interns, they might start, grabbing the lesion size. They might say, okay, I see a closure in there. Let me do this. Let me, and some of you went blank, right? Yeah. Do you know what that is? Well, we're going to talk about it. And in this session, it's called The Quiet Part Out Loud. We're going to have a conversation about the quiet parts of medical coding that people don't want to say out loud. Yeah, somebody said they're reading forensically. That's what I'm talking about. All right, that there are some conversations that people are having, but no one's answering them. And I hope to answer some of those questions today. All right. All right. So I'm going to give you 4 truths. Truth number 1, the knowledge gap is real and you just felt it. That first scenario, you didn't know what to do. That's the knowledge gap. In fact, as new medical coders, you don't know how to solve that scenario. And do you know who else can't solve those scenarios? A lot of people who are certified. They cannot solve that scenario. And you know why they can't? Because it's not multiple choice. All right. So the exam, when you're training for the exam, most of your questions will be multiple choice, right? But what that job is asking for, they want you to code that chart. And when you go to take your pre-hire exam, and yes, every, well, not every, let's say most institutions, most places, most coding places of employment, they require a pre-hire exam. Some of them are multiple choice and some of them are not, and they expect you to code it. All right. So it's not a multiple choice exam when you are, going for the job, and it's not multiple choice when you are doing the job. So not knowing how to code it flat out, that's the knowledge gap. So that knowledge gap is real. And because of that knowledge gap, there's a domino effect. You'll see people online saying things. They're saying, number one, first of all, they're telling other people that the exam is hard and they can't pass it, so you can't pass it. And if you believe that, then you'll have a difficult time too. They're saying, hey, nobody will hire me. Hey, AI will take all the jobs. Hey, I don't have experience. These exams are too hard. And you know what? It might be for them, but not you. And I'm saying AMCI can show anyone how to medical code, but this is not the place if you want to quickly learn something, because medical coding is no longer a profession where you can quickly learn it. Your foundation has to be solid. And if your foundation is not solid, how can you work alongside AI? AI is here. AI is not for the exam prepper. AI can do that. AI can do the simple ones and some of the moderate complexity claims. But what happens when AI needs oversight? And they do. AI needs oversight. They can't code everything flat out. No. So you have to be able to work alongside AI. And how do you do it? You got to master the guidelines. You have to know what you're doing. If you can master those guidelines, you're a great companion for AI. That's right, a solid foundation is it. So hopefully I drove that truth home. And the truth is that you can do it, but you're going to have to commit to doing it correctly. All right. Truth number 2, quiet part out loud. Remember, all instructors are not qualified to instruct. Lock in. How do I know? Because I was one of those instructors. I passed my medical coding exam, and all my colleagues, they were students. Hey, can you show us how to do it? And I showed them how to do it, and they started passing. And then they said, hey, why don't you set up a course or whatever? Why don't you start teaching? And I did. And I'll be the first to say it. Knowing what I know today, I had no business being in front of a classroom. None. It took years for me to figure it out. And it's gone, everyone has a process, and it might not take them as long as me, but I'll tell you one thing, 1 or 2 or 3 years isn't enough. And the reality is there's a lot of new programs out there, a lot. And today I went to a video. This video is one of your first videos that you have to watch. And look what these people are saying. And I'm just going in order, even though this is 6 months, this is 1 year, this is 4, this is 1 hour ago, 5 years ago, and it just keeps going. This person says, oops, 2026, after paying for my course, I felt lost. Now, out of nowhere, I'm landing on this power parked video. You deserve your flowers. Someone said, so sad it's easier to learn from a YouTube instructor than it is for a paid course. Someone said, I was enrolled in a medical program years ago and I couldn't figure out how to understand how to properly code. The CPT book was so confusing to me and my instructor wasn't any help. I am only 30 minutes into this video and I feel like I totally understand CPT book and how to code correctly. The instructor of this course is teaching the course. Okay, good. Is great at teaching the course. Also, this is amazing. This was today. I paid $3,400 for an online course, and this course and the one the same author did for ICD-10 explained both better than the online 3-month course. So they paid $3,400 for a course, and they're saying this course, I know I'm not reading it right, is better than the online course. Thank you. And this person says, I really appreciate this instructor. Her voice is so welcoming. Thank you all. And there are 547 comments. Definitely go take a look at it. It is this class, it's this video. It's CPT part 1. And look at this book. This is a 2021 manual. And these people are coming here saying, this is better than the one they paid for. So I say all this to say, if someone tells you not to take a free course, ask yourself why. Why would they say that? I'm going to let that marinate. Quiet part out loud. And here's another fact. The average independent medical coding instructor on YouTube experience 2. Now there are about 10 maybe 12 of us that have a lot of experience, but there are a lot of smaller ones like I was when I started. The average medical coding instructor on YouTube has 2 years experience. And I found one. Here's one. This is established in 2025. So this is 1 year. And this person has over 800 brand new videos. They put up 45 videos yesterday. Yeah, 45 videos. And I said, oh, let me check this person out. So I go to their description and I read it, and it says AI can support coders. This is their disclaimer, but it cannot replace the expertise, judgment, and critical thinking of world-class, forensic, accurate, certified, and ethical coders. Wait a minute. This is our disclaimer. This is AMCI's disclaimer. So if I'm a betting girl, I would just say that this company took our AI video and put it back in AI, and now they have a watered down version of our video. So I say all that to say, and I'm going to just tell you about our AI videos. Ours aren't all AI. They didn't just make it up. That's information that we put in that we know to be true. So we told AI the information, and they are teaching it in a way that's different than us. Okay. So I just thought I would let that marinate. So if you see, you know, make sure you vet everything. That is the moral of the story. So let me give you some facts, all right? And definitely vet them. AMCI is one of the largest medical coding institutes globally. Fact, CCO Academy is the oldest. That's a fact. They're probably about 24 years old. That's the oldest. Fact, Coding Clarified has the most YouTube subscribers. Facts, all facts. And CCO is they established the CPT annotation technique called bubbling and highlighting. Today it's called BAT. They have the first. AMCI has Chun. It is the second oldest. So any of the other annotation techniques that you see come from either Chun or BAT. So so my advice, start here and then go other places if you want to use other techniques, but start at the foundation and then check out some other stuff. Okay, someone said Chun is life. That's what I'm talking about. Awesome. Someone said, hey, they're giving a testimony right in that chat. Okay, Linda. All right, now this is for you. I've got questions for you that I don't need the answers to. This is something to get you thinking. All right. All right. So I got to get your paper and pencil, and then you're going to score yourself. How often do you research something before you invest in it? Your time or money? Give yourself a point if you never. Give yourself 2 points if you do it sometimes. Give yourself 3 points if you always do it. And you don't have to put these answers in the chat. You can keep this to yourself or you can share. And I got to tell you that this is a safe space. This class is a safe space. We will never judge because we've always been there. Always. We've all been in your space. I'm saying always here because I see you all saying always in the chat. Sorry about that. All right. Is it your nature to ask a question before researching the answer, or is it your nature to research, then ask a question? Is it your nature to ask first? Or is it your nature to research first? 1. So give yourself 1 if it's your nature to ask a question before you research. Give yourself a 2 if sometimes it's your nature to ask a question. Give yourself 3 if you never ask a question before researching and you research before you ask. And that's not, you don't have to tell us. This is for you. This is for you. Okay? All right. And here's the last question. How much weight do or will you give another student's medical coding learning journey experience? How much weight will you give it? Like if they tell you, hey, don't, this is the best school, this is the, best um, exam or certification exam. This is the way you study this. This is how you do that. How much weight do you give their medical coding learning journey or experience? 1, you're going to give it a lot. 2, give it some. Or 3, very little. Is it 1, 2, or 3? All right. So after you scored it, keep the score to yourself. Now, if you didn't score a 9, it's okay because these are the skills that medical coding will enhance. Yes, medical coding will make you research because that's going to be, that's going to be what you do, right? In fact, the moral of this exercise is to demonstrate that the most skilled medical coder's best asset is independent research and figuring out the problem. Now, I do want to talk about, other people's experiences. You should definitely embrace them, but don't take it as your experience. Remember, everybody learns differently, right? Everybody learns differently. Everybody's experience is going to be different. Every single person. And especially if they haven't done the work, they haven't done the work. Medical coding has changed. The industry has changed, and it requires the most highly skilled to reap the benefits. And I'm not saying you have to be this, whiz. No, you just have to know your stuff. And I'm telling you, an AMCI private student that has gone through the course or a YouTube student that has taken the course exactly as outlined, they had a harder way to go than the MCDC student, but they know their stuff. They come up in here and they rock this course. They rock my courses. And I'm like, so proud of them. So, getting that skill of being an independent researcher and figuring things out, it's going to refine your ability to be forensic. Yes. And that is an acquired skill. I know I'm just moving so slow, but now we're at truth number 3, quiet part out loud. A lot of coding instruction is not designed to prepare you for the medical coding world after the exam. It's essentially they collect your tuition, they drill these practice exams, they celebrate your success, they post your certificates, or they may, and they ship you off into the coding world and say, go ahead, you got it. And that's why you have all this. That's the truth. So some people might say, Mrs. J, you're so negative. I'm not being negative. I'm just saying the quiet part out loud, and I'm not going to say it again, right? Because that would just kind of be, I would not be focused on my task. And my task is to develop the most highly skilled coders in the industry. But just remember, your foundation is important. Your foundation first, then you exam prep. So when you leave this course, you're not quite ready to exam prep. You still have instruction to do, but once you complete that instruction, you're ready. All right. Truth number 4, the AI question. AI is not coming for medical coding jobs. No, it's coming for the jobs of the people who can select a code but cannot defend it. Basically, people that, really don't know the foundations and don't understand guidelines. Go further. And it's not hard. It's coming for some of these types of people. But if you start right, and I think you all are in the best place because you are going to get a solid medical coding foundation, and that's the answer. That's it. So you're in a great place. All right, here's the agenda for today. We have this orientation. We're going to talk about the resources and touch on the community, and we're going to do some practice questions. You all ready? Hi, Laura Hines. Hi, hi, hi. Oh, sorry, we're out of sync here. Now, just off the top, so you know what you're getting into, how do you train for the professional fee medical coding exams? Professional fee are the CPC and CCSP, and they focus on coding for professionals like doctors. All right? This is how you train for it. Aside from this course, you got to learn medical terminology. You have to learn ICD-10-CM, that structure and those guidelines, advanced CPT structure and guidelines, advanced HCPCS Level II and guidelines, advanced modifiers and their guidelines, and then you exam prep. After you complete 1 through 5, you exam prep. No tricks. I'm not going to teach you any tricks. I can beat any trick that anyone has. If we were to go head to head, I'll take my guidelines, they take their tricks. My score is going to be higher all day. I promise. All right. So this course will not prepare you, will not give you 1 through 6. This is an introduction to 1 through 5. All right. So don't feel like, hey, I'm ready to go. No, no, we got a little more to go. And this is what we're going to do over the 8 weeks. Number one, we're going to talk about the language, midterm, and anatomy. And that'll be next week. Then we're going to go into diagnosis coding, then procedure coding. Then we're going to talk about supplies. And then we're going to talk about revenue cycle very briefly, but it's going to be a good conversation. So, diagnosis codes, this is what's wrong with the patient, and ICD-10-CM is our code set. Procedure coding, this is what the doctor or the provider does to the patient, or surgery, or provide a service. That's CPT manual, and that is another code set. And then the third code set will be HCPCS Level II, and this is coding for supplies, and there's some modifiers there, and also injections. So these 3 are your coding. You have coding manuals for them, and they are your code sets 2, 3, and 4. By the way, you will have a little test at the end. So if you want to take notes, definitely take notes. All right. All right. Now, who is this course for? This course is definitely for beginners, right? Let's go back. It's for beginners. It's for people who need a foundation. If you're already in a prep course and you need a foundation, this is for you. In fact, this course is for anyone, wherever you are in your learning. Now, why this exists, why this week exists, this first week, because it's important that I give you the structure of the course, tell you the expectations, what the resources are, and most important, I had to tell you about the quiet part out loud, and that took most of this instruction, right? Now, where this course sits, Again, don't forget, I2MC is the foundation. It is not the finish line. All right. Now let's talk about the three required manuals. I already did, and that's why I said get your manuals out, your pins out. All right. Again, remember ICD-10-CM. This is your diagnosis code. Your CPT professional and your HCPCS Level II. The professional is for what the provider or the doctor is doing, the surgeries and service rendered, and HCPCS Level II, those are your supplies, equipment, even injections, right? And for this course, these are the required manuals, and you need 2023 or newer. You do not need to purchase 2026 because if you are trying to determine if this is for you, I don't think you should make the investment. However, if you know you're going to medical code and you know you're going to be testing, I would still say don't buy the most up to date because the next 2027 will be available next month. Not next month. Well, maybe next month or the month after. So I would say get used books for now. And then when the newer books become available and you're sure you want to do it, then get the new ones. But the used ones are so inexpensive. So that's why I said keep your cost low while you're learning. All right. And just so you can see your diagnosis manual, ICD-10-CM looks like this. We use Optum. Don't worry about, oh, do I have to remember? It's on your syllabus. It is in your course. It is everywhere. So don't worry. I'm just giving you a visual. Now, your CPT, this is by AMA. You can't use any other publisher other than AMA. They're very strict about that for your exams. So AHIMA and AAPC are strict. Also, this is your HCPCS Level II. These are your three coding manuals, and these are required for this course, and they are required when you take your professional coding exams. Now, if you say, hey, I want to bypass the professional and go to CCS, this course is a good foundation, but you still have to do this work, all of this work, right? You have to complete all of this work. Then then you can go in, start working on your CCS. And I say, why not just get your professional midway, then go work on your CCS? But if your end game is CCS, my advice, do the work. You got to do this work. You cannot bypass it. And you have to master it before you get to CCS. So you may as well get your certification. Someone said, can I enlarge the screen? That might be, oh, it is. You clicked the link for the mobile device. So if you have someone can give her the other link so she's not looking at the mobile device, that would be helpful. All right. Now, there's one more text that we recommend. We do not require it. In fact, if you plan on being guided by me, I'm saying don't invest in that book. If you are going to be totally independent, you do need something to kind of guide you. So use the book. But I'm saying don't invest in that book. This is Carol Buck's Step by Step. This is probably one of the best textbooks, medical coding textbooks out there. And I don't recommend that you get it if you are being guided because it's redundant. Yeah, it could be redundant. All right. And one other thing that's required is Lucene. You're going to want Lucene. You are, especially as new coders, you're going to want it. I'll demonstrate Lucene in a little bit. All right. I want you to know that these books are not keepsakes. go ahead and do what you need to do to prep the books. Whenever you leave Introduction to Medical Coding, you will need to prep your books, either chun it or bat it, whatever you choose to do. And your ICD-10-CM, you'll need to tap it. ICD-10-CM is the first annotation technique for TAP is the first annotation technique for ICD-10-CM. All right. So don't be afraid to mark it up. Don't go crazy. You know, less is more. I promise you. I've seen some books and I've seen people buy multiple books because they put so many notes in it that they couldn't read the notes. So as you go along in your course, in our courses, we will guide you on how to um, chun your book. All right, so what's expected of you? We expect you to complete all assigned modules, all of the work in your modules. We expect you to watch the videos and do the instructional material, complete your exams and your practice activities. Um, Participate in our learning communities if you can. We have Facebook, we have Discord, and definitely follow the AMCI FACE principles in how you work. Just, be your best. Be your best. All right. So, to remind you, FACE is forensic, accurate, certified, and ethical. So, we suggest that you try your best not to fall behind, and that's the purpose of these sessions. I'm going to kind of guide you and, kind of walk you through. All right. And essentially, if you complete all of the modules, you'll earn a certificate of completion, an AMCI certificate of completion for the introduction to medical coding. It is not worth 80 credit hours. It's just um, you know, it's something for you to know and to keep that, and to remind you that you finished the course. Okay. All right. Now it's your turn. If you have questions, go ahead and type them in the chat. Yeah. I see someone said, "Hey, when does the second part, when does the 16-week YouTube course?" That's a great question. After I2MC, you can take the 16-week YouTube course, and that is the full course. And I have to tell you, it is kind of rigorous. It is. Um, and a lot of you have to take it again, and it's okay. It's going to always be there. You can just take it over and over, and that's it. All right. All right. So here's your questions, and you might want to refer to your notes. All right. One, what is the primary purpose of the I2MC course? A, provide a foundation in medical coding concepts and prepare students for advanced instruction and preparation. B, to certify students as professional coders. C, to satisfy continuing education requirements for credentialed coders. Or D, to train students to operate practice management software. And just to let you know, if you've watched me on YouTube and watched the introduction lectures, I'm speaking very slowly because I understand that we are beginners. Today, my pace is a little accelerated because I understand we have a time constraint. So we'll probably be here another 30 minutes, and I do apologize, but we do have a playback. You can feel free to watch this playback. And I see those answers coming through, and the answer is A. Yes, foundation. This is a foundational course. All right, number two, which required manual specifically states that no substitutions are allowed for the medical coding exams? A, ICD-10-CM, B, CPT, C, HCPCS Level II, or D, Step by Step Medical Coding by Carol Bucks. I did say it. I did. And if you didn't get it, it's okay because you know what? After I reveal the answer, you're going to know. All right, so the answer is B. Absolutely. This CPT, this is the only publisher that you can have by the AMA. That's it. Now, the ICD-10-CM, you can have multiple publishers. AAPC has a book. A lot of people get the AAPC manual, and our students get we get Optum because Optum, we have an agreement with Optum. We sought out that agreement because for our CCS students and just our regular students, we just feel that it is a better. You're going to see there is a difference. Okay, I'm not here to sell Optum. I get nothing. We just get discounts for our students. All right, question 3. Which manual would a coder use to report a wheelchair, an injectable drug, or surgical dressing? A, would you pull out the ICD-10-CM for diagnoses? B, CPT Professional Edition for procedures? C, HCPCS Level II? Or D, the step-by-step workbook? What say you? Okay, I was letting more of you answer, and you all got it. You all heard it. It is C. Great job. All right, question 4. Why must a coder work from the current year's coding manual? Why must a coder work from the current year's coding manual? And I specifically did not tell you because I think you all can deduce what the answer is. A, publishers change the cover design each year. B, employers are billed for each manual edition. C, older manuals are printed in smaller type. Or D, code sets are revised annually with codes added, deleted, and redefined. Great job, everyone. Great job. That's it. It is D. Code sets are revised often, especially that doggone HCPCS Level II. We're going to talk about it as we go. All right. All right. Number 5. The AMCI FACE principles stand for A, forensic, accurate, certified, ethical; B, factual, applied, comprehensive, excellent; C, focused, analytical, credentialed, efficient; or D, foundational, advanced, career, educational. Good job. Okay, you all got that. I think we drilled that, didn't we? Yeah, it's A. Outstanding. Let's go. All right. Which study habit best supports success in an independent learning environment? A, completing all 8 modules in one weekend to stay ahead. B, setting a consistent weekly study block and completing modules in sequence. C, skipping practice questions and going straight to the final exam. Or D, keeping the coding manuals clean and unmarked. This is another one of those questions. I think we have 2 more that you were not discussed. And I think, and the next 2 are because I want to see where, what you know. And this, I think you all figured it out. Everybody said B. Way to go. I'm glad. I'm glad. All right. What is the primary purpose of the AMCI Discord community? A, to replace the required course videos. B, to submit graded assignments. C, to provide peer support, study collaboration, and a place to ask coding questions. Or D, to register for certification exams. Good job, good job, good job. Those answers are coming through, and the answer is C. Indeed. And I want to tell you, the AMCI instructors and interns are there every day, throughout the day, answering questions for you. All right. Number 8, a student posts a photo of a patient's face sheet in a study channel to ask for coding help. Wow. So this student must be working in the real world. This is A, acceptable because it's an educational setting. B, acceptable if the student blurs only the patient's photo. C, acceptable because the group is private. Or D, a HIPAA violation. Protected health information must be removed before sharing. And we didn't even have to discuss this. Way to go. The answer is D. Absolutely. It's a HIPAA violation. Definitely. And I'm glad you all know that. But we will be talking about it during week 8. What is the most effective way to ask a coding question in the student community? A, post the de-identified documentation, the code set involved, the code you selected, and your reasoning. B, post the question in as many channels as possible. C, send a direct message to every instructor at once. Or D, post what's the code with a screenshot. You know what? Someone did that today. They said, "What is this? Help!" I said, "Okay." So, what is the correct way to do it? I think I told you one answer is incorrect. All right, so good job, everyone. It is A, post the de-identified documentation. So pretty much you're going to have to eliminate anything that identifies that documentation, identifies the patient to that documentation. Anything that links the patient to their health status is protected health information. All right. The answer is A. Way to go, way to go. And question 10. Sharing an instructor's quiz answer key with other students is A, encouraged because it helps everyone pass. B, a violation of academic integrity and the FACE principle of ethics. C, acceptable if the quiz has already been submitted. Or D, required participation in the learning community. What say you? Yeah, and we didn't even have to tell you. You all know. And the primary example is, that website, well, that video that I showed earlier, someone, and I believe, I don't know to be true, so I'm going to say allegedly, someone took our video link and put it in an AI machine and re-rendered it. A lot of people take our content and sell it. They sell it. Things that we are giving away for free, and they're selling it. While that person may not have been selling it, that person may have been monetized. That's a form of selling. And other people have sold AMCI content that is free, selling it right back to you. So definitely don't share anything AMCI. It's for you. It's free. And if someone wants it, let them sign up. All right. So here's the answer key. And I don't think you all need that. And speaking of answer key, do you all remember this? Yeah, this was the operative note. This is the one that really said that, hey, there's a knowledge gap problem. I'm not going to read over this because we really don't have a whole lot of time. And I really want to give some time to Lucine at the end. I want to show you all how it works, just a little. All right, so we have this operative report. You've got a preoperative diagnosis and a postoperative diagnosis. When you start coding, you're going to learn that the postoperative diagnosis is key. That's the one that you code. But it looks like that the pathology is pending. So it started out as pigmented neoplasm, but we're waiting for the pathologist to tell us if it's malignant or benign, right? So I'm just going to let you know what we would do, basically how we would code it. I just want to show you. All right. So there's a few things in there. And I see that something was removed, and I also see the size. And you know what I'm going to do? That size right there, converting. See, this is centimeters, and then these margins need to be centimeters too, so that I can add it. I'm going to go into Lucene. Lucene has this amazing calculator. If you guys are going to love it. And you just essentially click on that calculator, and then I just put the 2 millimeters. And there you go. It's zero point 0.2 centimeters. So it converts it. They have a conversion calculator. It converts length, volume, weight, temperature, time, pressure, glucose. Now you might say, well, we can't take that to the exam. Absolutely not. You cannot. But you know what? At least you have a resource to help you right now. All right. So essentially, I clicked on that calculator and it said, what you need, Mrs. J. All right. So this is how I coded it. For now, I coded the pigmented neoplasm. Now, if it turns out to be malignant, I will change it. Then we've got some procedures. The procedure codes will depend on whether or not it's benign or malignant. Yeah. Then there's another, and also too, I had to add up these figures over here to determine the size to select the code. Then there's another procedure. It's closure. So they closed it. And a lot of times when you have a procedure, closures are bundled, but not in this case because it's a lesion, right? And also I would append a modifier. So this is how it would be coded. And you might say, "Oh, Mrs. J, you make that look so easy." You know what? You will know how to do this too. And coders, this is not multiple choice up in here. Yes, we will practice multiple choice. We will get you straight for that exam, and you will be able to do this probably even better than I. I guarantee it, especially with Lucene. Lucene is going to really help out a lot. All right, so this is the end of week 1. Next week, we're going to discuss medical terminology and anatomy. And no, you're not going to learn all of the medical codes. No, you're not going to learn everything. This is introduction, but we're going to get you on the right path. So what you'll need to do for next week, definitely you can read your syllabus in your LMS, but honestly, your syllabus is your LMS, your learning management system, your course is your syllabus, and you just follow it in order. And you're going to look at the best practices in your LMS. You're going to review the required materials. Everything that you need is there. The AMCI Discord community, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever you need, it's going to be there. And remember, you're going to go to your course by logging on to our website, www.amcicoding.com, and in the middle of the screen, just click on there. And anytime you want to get to your course, that's how you do it. You can just click on that and you're in. All right. And this is what it looks like. So you can just, oh, let me see. This is a recording. So essentially, you're going to complete modules 1, 2, and 3, right? And just follow it in order. And you don't have to complete all of 3. Just get started because this is your medical terminology. And we have this class called IMTAP. It's Introduction to Medical Terminology in AMP. You see all the playbacks there, everything. Your handouts are there. And there's even a class that you can attend every Wednesday. So you just click on the link to attend class, and there you go. So remember, you'll need to complete modules 1, 2, and some of module 3. All right? All right. So in your course, you will be directed to use your coach, your AI coach. So first things first. You're going to have to get registered with Lucene. And in your course, there will be a link that you click on. You know, whenever it's time, whenever you're prompted to do your exercises in Lucene, you will, there's going to be a link, so you don't have to look for it. And also, the AMCI promo code will be there too. You'll get a 20% discount. So after you click on that link, and you're going to land right here. And it's going to tell you, well, it's going to give you 2 options. Either you can pay monthly or quarterly. And yes, this is a subscription. Remember, it is an AI coach, right? So when you don't need it, you won't pay for it. So you can pay, it is cheaper quarterly, but monthly, it's not expensive at all. So as you can see on the right, the AMCI promo code is AMCI 10, and it gives you 20% off. So it's $20 a month. It's cheaper. It's actually cheaper than getting your Bucks book that no one was using. And I think you're going to love it. So you put your coupon code in there, you start your subscription, that's your promo code, and it's everywhere. It's throughout your course. It's on your syllabus, it's in your course, it's everywhere. The links and everything. It's even in the description of this um, video on YouTube. All right. And after you get in there, you follow the prompts, then you're going to land in. And one of the first things it's going to do is tell you to, personalize your profile. So, are you preparing for the certification exam? Whichever certification you're preparing for, click it. I recommend everyone click the CPC. The CCSP, I think it's going to be here, but they say you can choose up to 2. But I'm saying for you all are brand new, CPC. Then put your target exam date. If it's next year, just go ahead and put your exam date that you are targeting. If it's 2 years, put it there. All right. Then you need to choose your coaching profile. Now, Mira, she's a supportive coach. She encourages you step by step, gives you guidance as you work through each case. She explains why something matters, and she helps you connect the documentation to your coding. Um, and she supports you when you're not sure. So I like Mira for you. However, if you need a balanced coach, Sage may be the way to go. She provides clear, practical coaching without over explaining. Wait a minute. Personally, I would go with Sage. For me, I'm advanced. But for you, if you don't know, start with Mirror and you can change it at any time. So Sage focuses on most important issues, gives enough reasoning to help you learn, and keeps your practice sessions moving. All right. And Quinn is the precision coach. She gives direct, targeted feedback. She quickly identifies the main issue, points out the documentation or coding concerns, and tells you what to verify or revise next. So the choice is yours. If you don't know, start with mirror, and then you can change it. You just click on your initial and click on your account, and then change your coach next. All right. And so whenever you're finished, you're going to land here, and you can watch this. You can watch this video, and the video is really cool. And then after you complete that, you're ready to open your course. This is your course, I2MC. Okay. I2MC. And you can start practicing, or you can open the course. I recommend opening the course. Don't practice anything until you kind of know your way, right? And then there's a little chance to, do this recommended prep. You can do that, but I don't recommend it right now because this is medical terminology. So we can do this later. I suggest that you browse the cases, click on the case, and then you can see it's right in front of you. This is your course. These are all of your cases, and you've got 24. And these modules are in the order of your course. And you can see right now we're on medical terminology. The next we'll do ICD-10-CM. Then we'll do first listed code lookup, CPT, HCPCS, and that's where we're going to stop. And I'm going to tell you, the people at Lucenne, they did it on this. I am loving Lucenne, absolutely. All right, I digress. I'm back. Let's start the case. All right, so this is my first case. And this is inflammation of the membrane lining the abdominal cavity and covering the abdominal organs. What is that called? Is it peritonitis, ulcerative colitis, diverticulosis, diverticulitis? Well, you know what? I don't know. I don't know. So I'm going to ask Mira. Mira, what is the definition of peritonitis? And so she's thinking, she said, oh, okay, look, give me a moment. And while she's thinking, look at this time clock. We have a time clock. You can see your calculators here. And she's finished. And you know what she said? She said, of course, you're on the right track. This is what it means. It's inflammation of the peritoneum. Peritoneum is a membrane that lines the abdominal cavity and covers the abdominal organs. So in simple terms, it's irritation and inflammation of the abdominal lining. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to verify my answer. And she said, that's correct. Good job. And she doesn't stop. Right over here, we have some reference materials. If you need more, you just click it, and it'll take you to a clickable video. And that's it. I love it. Oh, and there's one more thing. There's one more thing. Each week, I'm going to demonstrate Lucene. But at the end, if you have a question, you can just ask. Click this button here. Something seems off. Definitely give us, let us know how it was for you. And something seems off, click it. And there you go. You can just type it here. My coding coach was incorrect. Whatever. Be as specific as you can, and then send it off. And these are your AMCI instructors. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that was a quick demo of Lucene, and I'm telling you, this is a game changer. This is one of the first like it, if not the first. So this is AI powered by live qualified instructors. And this platform is built around real medical coding cases, and it grows with you. So right now you are, learning, you're at the beginning stage. This can take you all the way through your entire training experience the entire and beyond. And I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this is the game changer. This is the first like it. And AMCI has never partnered with anyone of this magnitude in the however many years since, was it 12 years since we've been in existence. Um, People have wanted to partner with AMCI, and we've just never seen a good fit. This is a fit. This is just AMCI next tier. So we'll talk more about Lucene next time, but it is like having your AMCI instructor with you 24/7. All right, so we'll see you in week 2. If you want to watch the playbacks, right where you log into this class, you can just click on the same video, and basically you click live, click on the same video, and you can see the playback. Okay. All right, so just want to remind you that Discord is where you can get your questions answered. You can ask them in class. As you can see, those interns and instructors are answering your questions so rapidly. I love it. But join Discord to get questions answered. And the instructions are in your LMS. All right. So I know that I've exceeded the time. It is 1:30. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. So if the team will do me a favor and put the survey in the chat, let us know. I apologize that I had to kind of move a little fast. Next week, these classes are an hour and a half. They can't be an hour long because, we have to slow down the pace and make sure that we are giving you everything that you need. And I just want to say so long. I want to thank my team, Mr. Sandeep, Ms. Mills, the intern, Star Wars girls, Miss Vina D, Miss Beth. And if I missed anybody, please forgive me because I know we have some new interns here today. And Nayana, welcome. Wanda, welcome. I can't call all your names. Sapphire, Lucky, I know she left. The Rose Show, Rocky J, Bisma San, Sean, she's a Virgo. You know what? I can't say you all, but you all know that we appreciate you. And, thank you for giving your best. And we'll see you next week.
4,000 exam passers and free classes at AMCI. Learn to coach straight from home or on the road at AMCI. We're on the East Coast, the West Coast. We're all around the world. AMCI, 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 AMCI.